As you could see from the title of the video, eBay is literally blowing my mind. And this is not a clickbait title, guys. What I mean by this is I'm actually so surprised at the way that eBay operates. It's no secret that if you list every day, you'll make sales every day, right? But when I stopped listing on eBay to do whatnot, my sales plummeted. I went from a 90-day total of like almost 40K down to 19,000. And now that I've been listing on eBay consistently for a few days in a row now, my 90-day total is obviously it's climbing again, but my sales per day is starting to climb again. And another thing that is happening is, of course, you guys have been seeing the last few videos where I've been listing items and those new items have been selling immediately. Well, also what's been happening lately is a resurgence and the older items have started to sell as well. Now, some of the items I'm just accepting any offer on because, as I said, if I was to take those items down and try to run them on whatnot, they potentially wouldn't sell at all, or they would only sell for like the starting price of $1. Now, mind you, the majority of this inventory has been paid for years ago because it's been in my store for years. And I lump everything in the buy cost of the trip to the bins that I bought it in. 4, 5, 6 of those items may pay for an entire trip. Sometimes it may take more, like 10 to 20 of those items, but it doesn't matter which 10 or 20 of those items pay for it. All of the items have been paid for in that one trip. So this is all inventory that's been paid for long time ago, right? So anything is profitable on it. So if I were to take it down, put it on whatnot and sell it for $1, it's still profit. But the thing is, like I said, I've been accepting all offers now within reason, guys, because I don't want to say that if one of you guys were to jump into my store and start making me dollar offers on items that I would accept it. I'm not going to. I'm taking any reasonable offer because if I were to take, let's say, this Cardinals jersey, if I was to take this and try to run on whatnot, it might not sell. But if somebody was to come in and offer me, $10 on that item, I'm probably going to take it, right? So I've been doing that a lot over the last couple of days, and I'm going to show you guys some of the sales going out today. And I'm just, wondering what you guys' experience is as well. Have you guys been listing consistently on eBay? Have any of you taken a break from listing on eBay? And if you ever have, when you started listing again, what was your experience like? How long did it take you to start seeing a resurgence in your sales? How long did it take you to start seeing all your items moving? And what's your strategy moving forward? So we have 18 orders going out on eBay for $407.23. Now, that's not like some large astronomical number, but as I said, I've only been listing consistently for about a week now. So my daily sales went from like 150 to 407 in just a week of being consistent, listing quality items on eBay. Now, that, like I said in the last video, I'm not done selling on whatnot. My frequency is definitely going to go down just because I've been much more picky, much more selective with the items that I'm putting on whatnot as well as on eBay. I've got sourcers, which you guys can join the team. There's a link down below in the description if you guys want to sign up to sell me inventory. But guys, I'm not just accepting any old random stuff. And I'm very, very selective over the things that I do buy from my sourcers. People will send me photos or, 100 potential items, and I might only buy 50 of those. So the best way to do this, guys, is if you want to work with me, is to do it from the bins. You guys can send me pictures live at the bins. That way you never buy anything that I don't want. And that way you know that the money that you are spending on the inventory is definitely going to get reimbursed. So with that being said, I'm just super selective on the items that I'm putting in the store now, which is leading to higher, velocity in sales. It's leading to frequency in the sales. It's leading to instant sales. It's leading to 24-hour sales. So that's great. But let me show you guys some of these items that I'm telling you have been selling just due to the fact of me being back active in my store. eBay rewards activity. It's never been a secret. If you list every day, you'll make sales every day. But I had gone from making 30, 40 sales a day to not making 10 sales a day. Now I'm back up to making almost 20 sales a day, and I've only been listing 10 to 20 in a day. So let me show you guys some of these items. Okay, guys, we got a handful of items here. These are all old items, guys. Every single one of them, except for this. This isn't as old. This is about probably 6 months old now. But this is a Calvin Klein sweater, just a Calvin Klein performance pullover, women's size large or extra large, sold for $10.50 on a best offer. That's something that I had listed for about $15. Somebody sent me that offer. I accepted. Absolutely. These right here are Old Navy pants. Not something that I pick up all the time moving forward, but this is something that I was picking up because it would sell in my store. Old Navy sells every day in my store for the most part. And that's just because I have a lot of it, but I'm not picking it up moving forward. So I took a $7 offer on these pants. Like, absolutely, please get it out of here. Notre Dame Fighting Irish women's t-shirt. So for a best offer of $9, that's a medium. Talbot sweater, not something that I'm picking up anymore. I don't want anyone sending me this stuff. I'm not picking it up from the bins. But this sweater still sold for $13. You can still make money on Talbots. I just don't want it in my store anymore. Charleston, South Carolina hoodie. This I had listed for $25, and over the course of the last couple of months, it just gets marked down 20% each month with auto posture. It was listed for $20. Somebody sent me a $10 offer. I accepted. Destination stuff does sell, but as I said, I'm in the business of moving some items. And why not take a $10 offer? If I would have tried to put that on Whatnot, it wouldn't have even sold. This right here is a vintage Starberry, Stephon Marbury basketball tee from like the 90s or Y2K. But look how cracked this graphic is. I don't know if you can actually see that. It's not really in good condition, which made it sit for a while. So somebody sent me an offer of $10.20 on this, so I accepted. Just not the type of thing that I'm trying to put in my store moving forward. Yes, stained items do sell, distressed items do sell, but I'm trying. It doesn't mean that it's always going to be that way, to put items in the store without any flaws. An example of that would be a vintage pair of Levi's silver tabs that I put in my store yesterday. Vintage silver tabs do sell with, stains and bleaching and fading and holes on them. And this pair of silver tabs that I found at the bins had like blue paint spots on it, or either like light bleaching on them. And I listed them for $50 on eBay. I definitely will sell those jeans. I'm not worried about it. I know that those items will move. But an item like this that's not supposed to have cracking on the graphic, probably not going to be something that I put in the store in at least high volumes like I was doing. I'm trying to provide items that I know that people are going to want. When it comes down to the vintage stuff, it's a little bit more hit or miss because people expect that with a vintage item. But like, for example, this t-shirt that I have on has cracking on the graphics. This is a new shirt from maybe, 6 months old. That's not going to be something that I would put in a store to expect someone to buy it on eBay, right? Nobody wants cracking on their graphics, especially on a modern tee. Now, of course, I'm still picking up the things from, not necessarily from sourcers, but I'm still picking up things from the bins that I know sell well on eBay, regardless of what others may think. For an example, this is a Great Smoky Mountains destination sweatshirt, sold for $20 and actually sold for $18.22, which is still a pretty great price for something I got from the bins. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to pay somebody a higher price than Ben's prices for destination stuff because it doesn't sell on Whatnot. It only sells on eBay. And sometimes it's not the fastest of sellers. This item right here took $24.59. This item right here took about 4 months to sell, but it is sweatshirt season. And as you can see, sweatshirt, jacket. It is the season to be selling this stuff. Another item that I won't buy from someone else is a lot of NCAA stuff. If it's not a popular team, I'm probably going to pass on it. Have you ever heard of the Missouri State Bears? I didn't think you had. But this item sold for $20.25. And it didn't take too long to sell. It took about 4 months to sell as well. So that's the type of item that I'll personally acquire myself. I have no shortage of destination stuff at the bins. I have no shortage of Missouri State stuff or Mizzou stuff. I can get it all day long. And it's bread and butter items that people always pass up. This is a Columbia jacket. Columbia, people pass this up at the bins all the time too. Not something I'm thrilled about getting from people in my reselling boxes, but this item sold for $13. It's a men's extra large windbreaker jacket. This right here is a Nike sweatshirt. Didn't take too long to sell. I tried running this on Whatnot. It didn't sell because it had a stain, and it sold on eBay for $16.20. I'm staying away from anything that has stains on it, running it on Whatnot, because people don't buy this stuff with stains on it on Whatnot, which I'm fine with that. $16.20, I'm okay with that too. This is a Mizzou sweatshirt. As I said, Mizzou stuff I find a dime a dozen. This also had a stain on it on the back, and it sold for $20.25 as well. This right here, I tried running through Whatnot. It's a women's Polo Ralph Lauren hoodie. It's got the big spell out Polo Ralph Lauren. I ran it. Nobody wanted it, so I put it on eBay just a couple weeks ago. Somebody sent me a $10 offer, and I'm like, absolutely, let's go, because I would have sold it on Whatnot it didn't sell on Whatnot. So I was like, let's just get that thing out of here. And so that's the experience, guys. I'll run the stuff through Whatnot. If it doesn't sell, I'll put it on eBay. Some of the stuff will sell quickly. Some of it might take a minute. But the thing is moving forward, I'm just being super selective about everything. I should have been this way the whole time, right? But when you're doing volume, you're kind of finding your comfort in the fact that you have literally thousands of items for people to choose from. So at any given point in any time, for instance, when I had almost 10,000 items, I was selling almost 50 items a day. I didn't care what 50 items a day it was that sold. Therefore, it didn't matter to me how long I held on to an item, because I was still selling almost 50 items a day. The money was coming in, right? But when you start taking all your good items out of your eBay store and then putting them on Whatnot, it kind of makes not so much great stuff in your store for people to buy. So obviously, as I stopped listing, my sales dwindled down, right? Now that I'm putting back quality items in the store, you guys have seen that these items are starting to sell, pretty much immediately or within a couple of weeks of the listing time. And that's adding traction to the store to get the older items to sell too. So I'm okay with that. Moving forward, great items going in. As I said in the last video, there's no secret to succeeding on eBay. It's literally only finding great items and putting only great items in your store and not overpricing them. Also, you'll have more sales if you accept some offers. So don't be too married to the price that you list your item at, because you might be shooting yourself in the foot when someone's literally knocking at your door with money and you're turning it down. Speaking of not taking money when someone's trying to give it to you, we tend to put items that we find or items that we prep, spend our time listing on. We tend to give those items more value often than what they require or what they're actually worth, right? So, for example, these Duluth pants. I found these Duluth pants at the bins, or matter of fact, I actually got these in a reseller box, and I ran these on Whatnot, and turns out that they didn't sell because the item had a stain on it. So I ended up putting it on eBay, and I sold them for a best offer of $10 right now. Am I thrilled about that? No. But I just got these pants last week and they sold this week. So I'm okay with the turnaround on it, although I'm only making a couple of dollars on it. But that's another thing. When it comes down to buying this inventory from people, I don't know what the circumstances are, but I ask for items that don't have stains. I still get items that do have stains, and then I have to get refunded on those items. If you guys on the other side of the screen do decide to work with me, please do your best to not send me items that have stains, because if you do, I charge you. Then you owe me items. So this item right here, somebody sent this to me and it had a stain on it. So even though I was able to still sell it, it's pretty much like it's not worth it. You know what I mean? So I paid a lot of money on that and I lose a lot of money. So try to do your best to send items that don't have stains. All right, so another item, $25,950. $25,950. This is a Ducks Unlimited shirt. I got this on, I don't know what, two weeks ago. Listed it. I got it from the bins. Sold for $8. Another item, $26.31. I ran these on Whatnot. They didn't sell because they were Levi's with a stain. And I can't sell Levi's on Whatnot with a stain unless it's like vintage or a really cool one. These are 501 3632s. I took a best offer of $15 and that was only listed for a day. This also You guys saw in the last eBay video where I was saying that these comfort color sweatshirts sell quickly, and I had items laid out on that blue tote right there, and I was talking about this sweatshirt, how it wouldn't sell on eBay or on whatnot. I had it piled up right here. I listed it yesterday. It sold yesterday. Comfort color sweatshirt sold for 16 bucks. People just like the comfort color stuff. I was telling you guys how I sold the one that said St. Louis Standard. It was an apartment complex sweatshirt. It doesn't matter what's on them. People like to buy them. So this next item is a Sherwin-Williams t-shirt, 2664. I tried to run this on Whatnot too. Nobody bought it because it had a stain on it on the front. Stain right there. And nobody wanted to buy it. So I listed it on eBay and took a best offer the same day I listed it for $9. So, you know, as I said, moving forward, the goal is to not continue to list stained stuff on eBay. While it still sells just as fast as other stuff, it doesn't always sell the greatest. While I can still move the stuff, that doesn't mean that I want a store full of the stuff. So I got one more item to show you guys, but it's a Talbot sweater that sold for $1.62, so not really worth the time. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are having good sales. That's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, let's make this cash, guys. Peace.